Hello, hello, hello. Countsake here, back with Unity, making a ride program, not another one. Oh yeah, we're continuing the series as always. Let's get that screen out of the way. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, last time left off with we're pretty much almost completely done with everything. We basically have log files. We have like pretty much anything at this point. Yeah. Go here, and well. I really should actually probably like shadow glow. Okay, so yeah, I'm just navigating to the folder where all of the everything is. So yeah, here. So yeah, this is where everything is, and we also have not that one. Okay. We basically, if we start the game, it will create a log file. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, I guess. Hold on a second. Creates a log file, and yeah, we currently also have a notification system, but I do realize that I do actually need to fix it a bit because of how I because of the way I have it. Let me look in. Okay, yeah. Okay, just looking at some stuff in the UI. But yeah, let's go ahead and fix one of the issues with the notification system right now. And I might as well explain it to you. The reason why there's a bit of a problem with it is because if there were multiple notifications that need to occur at once, what would happen is that it would kind of just go back and disappear and play the next notification that needs to be played. However, we don't want that to happen while it's already displaying some sort of a notification. We want it to go back, then we can change the notification. So with that, we need to do some work with the notification system. And I do know a way to actually do that. So yeah, in the Unity, let's go into here. We will be requiring the using collections.generic, and we'll be needing to basically make a public list. No, we'll just make a private for this case. Private list of strings, and this one will be notifications, and this will be set equal to a new list of strings. So yeah, so it's going to be empty right at the start. However, we need to modify this notification modify this notification function. So instead, we'll have a private void here. Here we'll have a private void. This one will be a notify player. Private void notify player. Notify player, why not? No, notify player. Yeah, there we go. So here we currently kind of have a. Oh, we can actually do this now. Private. No, this could actually be a public static list. And within that, we can now actually, we can have this. We take this, and we do this. For here, what we need to do now is I'll edit stuff in a second. We can make this now a public static void, and in this here we can say what is it? Notifications dot add, and we add notif text. Now, what do we need to do now? So basically, what we want to do is to get the first, we basically just want to get in here, we want to test if notifications dot count is greater than Oh, we also need something like this. We're going to have this one will be a private boolean. This one is displaying notif. And by default, this will be set to false. However, okay, yeah, in here, displaying notif will be set equal to false. And in here, over here, if displaying dear gosh, if displaying notif is equal to false, then we can actually do this stuff. So yeah, because we don't want another notification just starting to randomly play. And yeah, so here now what we need to do is to do like this. After doing, we actually kind of do need now, what we now need to do is to kind of now need to like check when we could do like there are many things that we could do with this. We could actually have a enumerator. However, I really do not like enumerators, and what I'd rather do is actually have something test when the animation is over. Because the only time when we can set this equal to true is when notif animation.play open. We actually, yeah, we basically now we need to know if notif animate physics. This one will probably be state. Let's see. What's this? I don't remember. I remember I did this before, but basically it's you have to check if an animation. Okay, I don't remember how to do this. I need to look it up. Unity test if animation is playing. Let's go check. Let's check this one out. Okay. And get if animator. Okay, so notif dot animator. That's a thing. Doesn't look like a thing. Okay, so like I don't really. Let me see. Check if an animation is playing. Animator. There's no dot get. Okay, yeah, there's nothing. I don't. That's no. Oh, this is in an wait, no. Okay, what? Wait, notif anim get state get current animate. Okay, here dot current get animator clip info. Okay, you know what? That's really that's not helping. Okay. Jeez. Check if an animation. Check if animator is playing an animation. So basically, manage to solve this myself. In the animator controller, I just added a transition from the animation back to the default animation state. Then I tag a set. I tag a set for all animations. Oh, then I tag for all animations. I wanted to check for tag is equal to 1 and checked. But I thought I should not leave a question for others who are looking for the same. Picture shows where to set a tag. Oh. I've never known about this myself. I guess let's go ahead and look at it. Okay. Quiet. Just be a little quiet for a second. I just need to do some stuff. And yeah, I need to actually fix this rather than doing that. Okay, we have to do this instead. Find UI manager dot script dot. No, we have to not find, replace dot notify. Basically, we have to replace it with UI manager dot notify instead. So let me just do replace. Yep. That. So. No more occurrences. Okay, good. Now we have. Now what's the next one? Let's just save this one first. So now the next one. No, that's not one. No. Okay, no more occurrences. Wow. Okay, that was easy. Whoops, not that. Next one. Replace. Okay, no more occurrences. Save to the next one. Okay, and replace you. Okay, no more occurrences. We fixed all of our notify. We fixed our notify issues. Now, okay, now let's go ahead and figure out this animator. So okay, basically we want to tag. You want to tag the stays close. But okay, what is it that it has is tag? I'll call this tag idle or something. No, I'll put it like capital idle. Okay, now what we can do is if. Okay, that's not aligned. If anim. Okay, notif anim dot get current clip info, and we do. This one's just going to be 0 dot tag. No, not that one. Get current state info. There we go. I think it's just going to be 0. And we pass dot is. Yeah, do it. Oh. Why do I need to do a tag? I can do is name. I pass in the name, and this one is stay closed. Or what is the name of it? Stay closed. Yeah. We don't need that tag. And this one is equal to. We need to check if it's false. If it's false. If it's if it is we need it to be true, and we need to have and displaying notif is equal to. Okay, yeah, here we also need to make sure displaying notif is set equal to true so that it. Okay, then what we have to do now is displaying notif is set to equal to be false. Then we can. This is going to be like in a void update kind of function. In like void update, and here what we'll do now, what we'd have to do now is just for a bit notif text string notif text like that. We'll just put it like this for a second so that it can stop bothering me with with compiler errors. Okay, so now next what we want to do is to access the list of is to access the list of the what is it of strings. Yeah. So here we want to do notifications dot find. Is there one that can get type, get range? No. Okay, what is this return? Insert range, remove all, reverse, sort to array to string. Get that add. Okay, come on. Binary search capacity. Contains, convert all, copy to, count. Okay, geez. We also need to do here is we need to also have and a notifications.count is greater than 1. Because yeah, we don't want to display anything where it's okay. So okay, you know what? I don't even know this. Okay, this one is just going to be unity get index from list. Find index. Okay, but okay. Grab a specific item from a list. There we go. Let's see. You can use index of to find the index of. Okay, let me just look at that. Notifications.index of string as item. I need to get the first index though. I specifically just need to get the first find index. What does find it? Okay, what does find index do? Okay, get rid of that. What does find index do? So unity find index. What is this? Okay. That's not what I needed, but I was looking for the. There we go. Array utility. Let's see. And return 0 based index of the first turns of the element. If found otherwise a 1. Yeah, okay, what? Okay, this is a little weird because I swear I had this worked before. int. Okay, what is how about this unity dot this dot what is it? What was that function that I just typed in? Get range. There we go. What is that? Don't. Okay, so the following example does. Okay, let's see. New string of inputs. Okay, I'm so confused. How does this? I swear I managed to. Huh? Okay. Int index objects dot index of. However, it's a lit. Oh. Wait, is it really just like that? Okay, hold on. I feel like there's something in my eye. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, yeah, there was an eyelash in my eye. I hate not eyelashes. Okay, let me test this. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, I'm smart. Okay, anyway, so rather than doing that, honestly, all you really need to do is we don't need that. All we need to do is to pass in notifications dot, or not z dot, we'll just pass in 0. Yeah, that's it. That was it. I thought that was the answer, but at the same time, I didn't want to believe it because, like, yeah. And then also now what we have to do is do notifications dot remove, and we pass in notifications dot not dot notifications 0. There we go. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me see. String. Oh, it only notifications. The first one. Yeah. Now, hopefully now. Hopefully now we can do something interesting. So basically, to test this, I'll go ahead and first off, we need to kind of put this in the update. So notify player, like so. So first off, we actually need to give it like a bunch of things. So I'm just going to have like a list. So I'm just going to have a string here called notif1. I'll just call it 1 notif first, and then we'll have like this. Hello. The next one, the next string will be does this work? Now this is not going to say first, it's going to be second, and then the last one will be rate. This one will be third, third, and then this will say rate. And then right here we'll do notifications dot add first, like so, Then we'll do the same thing, but for with second and, whoops, not that, and third. There we go. Not thrid. Thrid. Yeah, I know how to spell. Okay. First, second, and third. So we should first see hello. Then after that notification goes away, we should see, does this work? And then that should go away, and then it goes, great. Hopefully that's what happens. Yeah, okay, anyway. Does this work? Okay, yeah. Something appears to have not worked. And we only want to do this, and if notifications.count is also greater than 1, we also just want to do that. It's also just another thing that we should do. Does this work? No, it appears to not, because it should first display great, hello. It should first say hello, not does this work. Oh, right. I actually need to do notify, not notifications.add. I need to do notify, and then we pass in first, and then we do again notify and notify. I don't even know how to use my own functions. Jeez, a little awkward. Okay, let's see. Does it work? No, it doesn't. It clearly does not work. So simply, all this does is add the text to it. Then it sets it to true. Then it gets the text and sets it to whatever the first one is, which should be first, not second. Let's see. Let me do like this. What will happen? If I get rid of the second one, which one will display? Hello. Yeah, there appears to be a bit of a problem, but I have a feeling it has to do with this buddy over here. Let me go ahead and copy this, and I'll have a display, like some sort of variable to display it. So this one will be a public boolean display lows. Okay. This one should stay closed state. Well, yeah. And then basically what we have to do is we'll let this stay closed state equal to stay closed state equal to this. So now we have to just put our semicolon in the end, as always. Never forget. And with that, we have to go to this. Third is never used for some odd reason. Anyway, so stay closed state. So first off, when we start, it should automatically, it says true. But hold on. Okay, now let's add 1. Oh, my eyes. Okay, so the first one, stay closed state is true. But I thought didn't we save? This is weird. Okay, let's also have this one as a public because I don't know why it's not okay. I don't know why it didn't play the notification. That's a little weird for me. Yeah, it's not playing the notification. That's strange. Stay closed state is true. Captain Evan, it's not that I'm addicted. It's that I really love working on this project. No, I mean, granted, I could be addicted on working on things, but I always have a thing for. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I do it. I'm sorry, I was doing something. Anyway, so yeah. So technically, Captain Evan, I technically, even if I actually would have, if I really actually wanted to get this done, I would be working on this and literally nothing else. But the thing is that I decided to make this a live stream, so I have to restrain myself from actually doing it like 20, like my entire time that I'm awake. That's how pretty much I do anything with myself with the things I like to do. Even like for games, that's the same thing. I literally can stay. I actually can play a game for 12 hours, same game. So yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Let me see what the heck was going on. Now it's not even displaying anything. So what the heck is going on? Does this even work? Yeah, I played for so long in one sitting. A game. Yeah, okay. It's kind of the same thing with this thing. Have you worked on a 7x7 door yet? No, because I honestly, I don't know. Dang it. Okay. So, okay. I remember on WebCrap you still had not done one. Yeah, I didn't make one yet. Um, I mean, I honestly think I should first at least make a 5 wide 5x5 door, because literally the last 5x5 door I've made was like 20 by 20 or something, and by 20 like I think it was a little bit bigger than that actually. Well, I think I should actually make a 5x5 door that's actually smaller than that first before working on a 7x7. So yeah. What is going on with this? So, oh, maybe this is the reason why. Okay. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay. Yay. Okay, no, it's not working because the first thing that should pop up is first, not have you been studying calculus? Well, yeah. I mean, why? Which part specifically? Oh yeah. I think I also plan on making a random calculus video. Because I just love math. I just want to make a random calculus video because I just want to do it. Why not? Anyway, so let's see. Spelling note if is equal to choose. This is right. This one's correct. This one's correct. We only want to remove it once it's gone. So calculus needs to be done in GD dynamics. Yes, I'll get into calculus in a. I just need to figure out when. I actually don't really. I can help you with that. You should upload it more frequently. No, because I currently only have one. I actually don't. I don't think I should upload it very frequently because it's a high. It's its quality of content is actually a lot higher, and I prefer to upload higher quality content less frequently so that I don't exhaust it all. At the same time, I only really have one. I only have one other JD Dynamics video in store, and it's like 3 minutes long. It's a bit of formula derivation to prepare the video for the player speed, or getting the player speed. Yeah. Okay, finally, I can talk again. Split. Okay, seriously, I kind of see the reason why now, why it's acting the way it is. It's kind of just because of the way that this thing works. It's a little awkward because like, as I was saying, I think I want to see now. Um, if I want to know if a okay, the reason is because somehow because okay, it's because of this guy over here. The notif.animation get current animator state info 0 is named state close is true. Basically, it's because when it runs this thing, for some odd reason, what this does is that this thing gets called twice. As for why it gets called twice, I'm not really sure. However, I'm pretty sure it has to do with this first part. So it actually makes things a little awkward for us because I mean, I don't understand why it's going through it twice because it really should not do that. But maybe what it's doing is that it's set to false here. Or let's see what happens if we reorder this. If we put this at the top, then let's see. Oh, but will it destroy only one or will it get rid of two of them at the same time? That's the thing. If it gets rid of two at the same time, that oh, that's really all I needed to do. I just needed to change the ordering of things. I thought it would had to be the other way around. Okay, that was it. That's awkward. Yeah, I probably should have tested that first. So we can get rid of all this now. And for you, where are you at here? Stay close state. We don't need you here anymore, and we don't need test notif anymore. So now we pretty much fixed the notification system. All right, there we go. Next, I think what I would like to do, what is next in this thing? Kind of funny. It should, it's kind of funny when we say it should not be doing that when it's doing that, and we continue to work on it because we know that it actually should be doing it. That happens with math and physics, and deep down, humans have intuition that to know that math and physics and all of that is always correct. Have you always thought of that? Have you ever thought about it? Well, of course, yeah. I mean, unless for some odd reason you live in a mathematical world where, unless you somehow live in a mathematical world where everything is where 1 plus 1 equals 3. Well, it can be as long as like 2 plus 1 is 5 or something. But that's not our world. But that's not this world. Anyway, so what's the next thing I'm going to work on? So yeah, we've currently fixed the notification system. Displaying notif. I don't think we need that to be public anymore. So let me displaying notif. Displaying, but it's possible for math to be wrong. Well, yeah, of course. I don't think math can be wrong. It's just that we do it wrong. It's possible for 2 plus 2 not to equal 4, but it doesn't mean in another world it couldn't equal 5. Just saying. I don't know. Math is technically some. I don't know. It's like the same idea with how we can in like general relativity we technically. Yes, it does to what? I don't know. It's kind of like the same idea with general relativity where you have different what was it, reference frames, and technically they all still make the same thing. 2 plus 2 must equal 4 no matter what. Well, of course, that's our thinking. Who says that someone else could say that it's 2 plus 2 someone else could say 2 plus 2 is equal to 6, but then even in that perspective, maybe their math is like literally whatever it what it I don't know what I'm trying to say here is if we have like basically relativity is trumped by quantum mechanics, but quantum mechanics is based off of relativity. I don't know. I still think I still believe in relativity. I don't care. I like relativity more than quantum mechanics. I don't know. What I'm saying here is basically maybe someone else can say, like, let's say this operation here is what we believe. We can say 2 plus 2 is equal to, we say that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. However, maybe someone else says it's plus 2 whatever we believe. And technically this would be consistent, and therefore their math could actually work, and let A be equal to our idea. So technically our idea. So it could be like if we do if A is equal to 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4, then someone else says it's 6, but it's still ultimately consistent. That's the idea. It's not possible for 2 plus 2 to equal 4. It's not possible for 2 plus 2 to equal 4. It's an idea, it's not an idea, it's a fact. Dude, look into quantum mechanics more. It's way cooler. I don't like the idea of probabilities based on the wave function of the Schrodinger equation. I don't really like the idea of that, but at the same time, it makes a lot of sense, because technically, wouldn't everything be probabilistic in the first place? I don't know. But anyway, the idea of this still being I don't know. I don't know. No, this is 2. It would be A plus 2. Basically, what am I trying to say here? I don't know. I'm just trying to say that basically that someone else can basically believe that whatever it is in this, whatever we believe this to be, this person believes it's plus 2 of whatever we believe it to be. That's what I'm trying to say. From the beginning, math and physics were true because they had to be. It's impossible for them not to be true. But then someone else can still say that this is true and have all of mathematics consistent with everything. So there cannot be a valid argument of 2 plus 2 is equal to 6, but someone else can say that it's equal to 6, even though, and mathematics will still be consistent. Let's say that someone else can still say that A plus 1, and well, let's say, or wait, hold on, let me fix this. Okay, let me fix this. Let A is equal to what we believe. So in this case, if A is equal to the 2 plus 2, then someone else believes, I'll let this equal to B or something. Someone else believes that B is equal to 6. However, if A is equal to, let's say, 5 times 2, technically it will still be, it still technically is consistent. That means B would actually be equal to, well, 12. Let me actually make this another addition statement. Technically, mathematics would be consistent if we have 3 plus 2. If we know that this is equal to 5, well, the other person would say B is equal to 7, and this makes sense because these distances should still be that does not make sense. You're saying someone else says B is equal to 6 when it should, because once again, this person believes you're technically looking at the perspective of us, where we believe that B is equal to this. You have to look into someone else's perspective, where he actually just believes 2 plus, he basically sees A as 6. This is our expression so that we can express it as, what? Now you're just using different values of variables. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm just trying to explain this. Let's see. technically someone else says A is equal to 2, but to us we say that that we see his operation as B. We to us someone else's operation is B, not A. Someone else sees A sees A sees A not as B. This is what I'm trying to say here. It does not matter if someone says it's not 6. Okay. Let A equal to what we believe. If A is equal to 2 plus 2, someone else said, oh, someone else sees 2 plus 2 as 6. However, to us, it's B, which is equal to A plus 2. Does this make any sense? Okay, let A is equal to what we believe. If A is equal to 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4 to us, someone else sees 2 plus 2, sees if someone sees 2 plus 2 as 6, they are stupid. Well, I don't know, maybe who says that specifically? But who gives us the right to say that this is not 3 and 3 to them? These are just characters. They represent the number 2 for us. But who says that it can't just be 3 or something? I don't know. I'm just trying to say that cannot be correct. A is equal to 2 plus 2. Then A is 4. And also B is equal to A plus 2, and B is equal to A. 4 is not equal to 6. But you're looking at B is how we see someone else's operation. It's not how someone else sees it. Someone else sees sees A and sees the operation sees just this, just 2 plus 2. However, I'm just ranting with you, dear gosh. I should be working on this thing, but okay, I don't know. I just wanted to. Just some math. Okay, someone else sees B. No, Okay, wait. Someone else sees B as 2 plus 2. We could not see B as 2 plus 2 if it's. Oh no, B is what we believe it's a C. What? Okay, someone else sees A, so therefore if he says 2 plus 2, okay, let me also say someone else sees is equal to 6, but to us we see it as 2 plus 2 plus 2, which this is B. Okay, because 2 is not equal to 3, someone else sees 2 plus 2, right? We cannot see B as 4 plus 2 if it's 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is equal to oops, didn't mean to send that. But okay, B is, to us we see it as this. Someone else sees it as this. Two plus 2 is equal to 6. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to B, so therefore 2 has no real value and cannot be. you can say 2 plus 2 is equal to 6 because that's, you can't say 2, okay, you can't say 2 plus 2 is equal to 6 because that's wrong. Someone else could say that, okay, someone else sees 4 plus 2, and he would say that this is actually equal to 8. Mathematics is ultimately consistent, so therefore he can actually take mathematics. He can still take mathematics, but to us it would just be whatever it is. It would be whatever this thing is. Okay. Yeah, but I'm trying to say that the mathematics is ultimately still consistent to someone else. Maybe to us it looks weird, but to someone else the mathematics is still ultimately consistent. Okay, 4 plus 2 is not 8. If you assume that is correct, then whatever you branch from it will be incorrect. I understand that is a fallacy, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the mathematics of someone else is still ultimately consistent, because if you add 2 to 2 plus 2, if you add 2 to 2 plus 2, the distance between 6 and 8 is still 2. What do you mean it looks like? What do you mean it looks like to someone else? Take in mind that someone else can have a completely different way of thinking. He can think like whatever. He can, like I said, he can believe that whatever it is and whatever we believe, but plus 2 of it. But once again, we're not talking about distances and differences. Isn't that, but mathematics is still consistent. The mathematics is still consistent though. As long as there's a bit of consistency in what he's saying, you can actually say that you still, what do you mean no, dude? You said they add 2 to it. Well, that's what we believe that he does. You said they add 2 to it, but that's what we believe that someone else does. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 minus 2, so therefore 2 is equal to 1. Someone else. That's what we believe someone else does. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. I'm a bit lost. What? Well, then we're wrong about him doing it if he's correct, because doing that would yield absolute incorrectness. I'm just saying that basically in someone else's world, his mathematics is still consistent to him. To us, it looks weird. And honestly, yeah, I obviously don't believe that 2 plus 2 is equal to 6. I obviously believe it's equal to 4. But I'm just saying that someone else could still ultimately figure out a way to work with our system somehow. He might find it weird to believe that this is true, but he ultimately can still figure out a way in his system that would be consistent. Do you not see the consistency? Seriously? I've literally shown you A is equal to, and this is what everyone sees. B is equal to what we believe someone else is doing. That would just be using a different number base, not base 10. Well, I don't know. Maybe it could be. Maybe he could be using a different number base. That's up to. That's actually that depends on him, on whatever someone else believes. We let let c equal to a plus b, or no, a minus, or yeah, or b, let c equal to a minus b, basically a correction term for us, for what we believe. This is a correction. And just adding 2 to everything. That is still using the correct system of math, but adding 2 to everything. They would cancel out each other. Exactly. Someone else, we just need to... I'm pretty sure you do know about the changes that... You have worked with change of base in linear algebra, right? Vector, like different perspective. I'm pretty sure you told me what the metric tensor was. You told me what the metric tensor was. Like for the basis, like for example, changing from a different set of basis vectors to another. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of like this. That's kind of like what I'm trying to say. We can have different basis vectors, and we can still somehow put it into someone else's perspective, but we can still actually ultimately convert it back to us. We can still ultimately convert whatever someone else did to our system, because someone else's math, and if someone else's mathematics wasn't consistent, we would not be able to convert from someone else's perspective to our perspective. That's not the same thing at all. But isn't that what I'm trying to tell you, that mathematics is consistent? I see what you're trying to do with it, though. This is the real problem with that, though, is that that is true to the real mathematics. Whereas someone reassigning arithmetic is not true. You see, they would have to rewrite every property, which cannot be, because they would no longer exist. What would no longer exist? They pertains to who? What would we believe is someone else is doing? I don't know why we're talking about this on stream. We honestly should probably talk about this on Discord. Geez. Properties of mathematics. Okay. But ultimately, you can still convert to someone else's. But ultimately, we can still convert to someone else's perspective. I mean, it looks weird to what this someone else is saying, but we can still convert to what he says and back to ours. Basically, as long as we have this correction term, we can basically figure out what someone else is saying and what we say. Their system is the same as ours, but a non-simplified version. You could say that. What I'm saying is basically, as long as we have C, the correction term, we can basically figure out what someone else is saying for whatever operation he believes A to be. So theirs cannot be correct. It's an unsimplified connotate. Who says that theirs is not correct? Who says that ours is not correct? You can say that ours is not correct, but he can also see that he can also be able to see how to actually convert back from ours to his. I don't know. Like I said, I still believe that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. I don't believe that ours is correct with respect to our perspective. Yeah, of course, we're going to believe that it's correct. Okay, I'll go ahead and talk about this while the other would just be using a dumb version of the correct system. You could say that. That's your perspective of someone else's mathematics. I'll just go ahead and let me work on this while I talk with you about this. Let's see. What's I gonna do? Oh, okay. I think I know what I'm just going to do. Our viewpoint is the factual truth. Dear gosh. Thank you, OBS. Thank you, OBS. Okay, as I was saying, no, earlier you were saying 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 is equal to 4, or 8. But that would state that multiplying 4 and 2 is not the same thing as adding 4 and 2, which not, therefore property numbers would not be observed, which cannot be. I have to admit, I probably should have tested multiplication. Excuse me. Well, I think it still should be consistent. There should be still some consistency as long as everything is just added by 2 to us. Now what I want to do here is to this one will, okay, this one is supposed to have, this one will contain block info defaults. 4 plus 2 is not 4. Yes, I agree with that. I agree that 4 plus 2 is actually, A plus 2 is not A, but to someone else, it could be. To someone else, it could be. That is a disproof of their belief. Because we technically see it as A plus 2, they can see it as just A. What is it? Okay, this is a block defaults. Block defaults. And here we're going to have let's have a panel at the, actually no, block defaults. Let's lower the, and let's, how about we make it dark, like some sort of darker color here. No, it could not. If A plus 2 is equal to A, then 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. 4 is equal to 0 for n, whereas n is not infinity, which is equal to 0. See, many properties of math would be broken. To us, it looks broken. To someone else, he could somehow work with it. Granted, I do not know how that other person could work with it, but it ultimately could be worked with somehow in some way. I just don't know what. But okay, 4 times 5 in their system would be 0, but really it's 20. But 5 would be 1 for them. And many other things. They could not work with it because it's wrong. I don't know. I really want to get a piece of paper after I'm done with this and just try and see if I can figure out a very awkward version of mathematics. That actually seems like something really fun to do, actually. I don't know why. Anyway, this one will be the label, and this one will contain the, put it at the top, text. Okay, let's resize this. Okay. because it's wrong. No, not because it's not because it's wrong. It would be assuming infinite values for single values, single numbers. I mean, put this as text and again put it like there. I have to say this is actually a very interesting conversation. I don't know why. I really like this conversation. I mean, it's kind of stupid that I'm making a claim that I'm not making the claim that it's that I don't believe that obviously, but I'm just thinking it's kind of cool. Defaults. And with this, we'll basically need to, what we'll do, block defaults. And in here, we'll have we'll have another panel. This one will be this one will be the name. Okay. Then here we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and add the text with the, put this in the middle. Guy would be name. And of course we have to put the input field as well. So yeah, like this. This one actually, we'll put it at, conversation making me angry, but you're not getting that you have to go to proper mathematics because it has to be correct. Dude, I believe that 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. I believe in our system. I'm just trying to say that technically there should be some way that their mathematics could work. Whoever believes that weird system. Otherwise, there would be more than one type of mathematics, not in reference to fields. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. I know you're saying 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Okay. Whoops. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, this text should be aligned with the middle. There we go. Let me change this to 0. I know you're saying that. Okay. Yeah, you're not getting that you have to go to problematics because it has to be correct. Putting it in their system to validate its trueness, you have to go back to the correct. Exactly. Like I said, we can convert to them, and we could then we can convert from theirs to us. System of mathematics. Therefore, their system would have to be the same as ours, but in an yeah, exactly. They can somehow believe that. They can somehow believe that. This one, okay, this one has to be to this one. Actually, like this. No, that's not what I want to put it. I want parent it to you, and then this guy we move him just right here, 40, exactly like 40 or something. Then the right will be negative 170. Okay. Yeah. So the only thing you could be saying is that n is equal to n plus m. I don't know, to someone else it could. I don't believe that obviously, but that someone else could somehow believe that. I don't know with them. Why would you need the m? I don't know what, like I said, someone else could see something weird. Okay, if therefore if n is equal to 6, then n plus m is equal to 6 plus m. 6 plus m, and then it's why would you need the m if that person believes that n plus m is equal to that? Like I said, that random, I don't know what people believe. I don't know what people can believe. So it's the same as ours. The first part cannot be true. Yeah, I kind of get that point that it would be unnecessary to add m when m literally does nothing. I get that point. Yeah. They could say n is plus m is equal to 6 plus m, so n is equal to 6, which is the correct mathematics. Yeah, of course. This one will have default name, and here we'll put it like this. And next I want to add the UI panel, not there. Put it under here. We'll put UI panel. This guy will just also be this one instead. It'll just be this one will be rotation. We're not gonna position will be based on where you place the blocks. Okay, so here do the same thing. So UI text. Yeah, this one will be, well, once again, this will be a label. This one would be rotation, like so. And of course, we want to set this to black because I don't know why it's not black. Yeah, text, black, block defaults, the label, set this to black. Is play, okay. So we'll put this guy at the top, so, no, like that, there we go. Oh, I just got kicked for being AFK in the Elder Scrolls Online because of that conversation. Sorry. Sorry about that. Well, this one will default name. This one is going. We'll just call this the name. It's no great hindrance. Okay. This one will have X. So once again, we want to lower it to. We want this guy to be. Wait a second. Wait. No, we want to put him to the middle. Wait, yeah, we want to put him like that. We'll move him just like a little bit slightly. I think it was 30 what we set him to be. Okay. Then what we want to do is we're going to change the X to this one to X. Let's also do that. Okay. This and then this guy, put it back to like 190. Whoops, negative 190, negative 190. 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Okay, better 5. Anyway, oh yeah, I also need to change the name of the default name. Okay, default name. This one will be enter their name, and here we have to. This one will be default X wrote like that. Placeholder. Enter X rotation like so. Then once again, we'll duplicated, this will be y. I have to admit, I actually am a bit interested in trying to learn math proofs. I mean, I kind of really would like to learn a bit of math proofs, but I really find it annoying. The only math proof that I actually really know properly is, well, of course, is mathematical induction. I know how to do that, but I mean, I partially know how to do it. I don't think I'm like proficient with it though. Mathematical induction seems a little cool. It's actually pretty easy compared to like other proofs. Let's keep it like this. 5, 26, 27, 28, 9. Keep it 28. Okay. 28. Default. This will not be X. This will be default Y rotation. And so we'll do this now with Z. Default. This one will be default Z rotation. And we also want the position to be negative 28. 28.5. Oh, whatever, we'll do 29. No, not 289. 29, then once again for. No, I meant to do it with this guy, so you. I'll put 20. Let me try 30. I think 30 is a pretty good, decent distance. You should try to prove that the square root of 2 is irrational. I've seen the proof. It kind of has to do with understanding how pretty much any number any rational number can be expressed as a ratio between two numbers, and then it has to deal with squares. Like I've kind of seen it before. It also needs to deal with even and odd numbers. I've seen it before, but I mean, I should probably do it when I don't remember how to do it. I mean, granted, even off the top of my head, I don't think I really could remember exactly how it would happen. But yeah. So yeah, negative 30. Okay, so we have the rotation stuff, and we have to change this thing. There we go. Default Z rotation. Okay, good. Everything is properly labeled as it should be. Next, I want to move this up a bit. Okay, that's funny. There we go. Okay, so let's lower this just a tiny. Okay, you know what? You guys. Okay, all of you three. I think I need to move you down slightly because you look a little weird. Just a tiny bit. Just like maybe like not like that. Let's try that. Okay. Anyway, we have rotation. Next, I believe was the color. So next we'll have is UI, another panel. Actually, no, this one is going to be pretty much identical to the name. So we'll take name. Okay, someone's honking their horn. This one will be color. However, now what we need to do is to, geez, someone is really just honking their horn. Anyway, then not that. There we go. The name, this one will be the color. We also need to set this to color. Then finally, you want default name to be set to default color, not whatever the heck I just typed, default color. And of course, we need to change the placeholder to say enter hexadecimal. There we go. Lastly, of course, we need to, okay, I'm going to go save just in case. Okay, the color, default color. I think, okay, yeah, we don't, I think the last one is the block because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, size. Should I wonder if I should make it, I wonder if I should make size like a default placement. No, I won't make size. Nah, I want to make size. I'll just make the next one is going to be the block ID. Then pass in the ID. I'll just pass, and then this one will be block ID. Now we just have to lower this guy just a bit, and we also need to fix the thing over here. Enter hexadecimal, default color, default block ID, like that. Placeholder, enter block ID, like that. Whoops, like that. Okay, let's change the size of this so we can actually properly show that. Anyway, we go, and we'll just keep it at that. Now, okay. Oh gosh. Looks like we need to edit some of these. Okay, block ID. This one should not stretch like that. All of these should be like stretch like this. There we go. Block ID, stretch, that, color, stretch, and stretch. As well as the label should. Wait, hold on. How's the label? The label, okay, the label should just be like this one. There we go. So now if I was to preview, no, it's not doing what I want it to do. Okay, let me test. Okay, that's what I wanted it to do. So again, we now have to go through each and every single one of these. So this guy will now be stretched like this. Again, stretch. And you stretch as well. Same thing with you. Stretch like that. And stretch. Let's see how it looks when we change the ID. Yeah, that's basically what I wanted it to do. Now we want the right. I'll make this negative 157, 8, 9, 160. There we go. Okay. Okay, let me fix these. Just move. Okay, come on, move up. There we go. And whoops. Whoops. No, come on. Okay. One up a bit. There we go. Now we can go ahead and. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, you have to put these guys to the top. Your top, and then this guy to the top. Same with you. Stretch with the top, and stretch to the top. There we go. I think that should work now. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed it to do. There we go. So block defaults. Now what we need to do is we basically now need to have some way of knowing these block defaults. Okay, so let me go ahead and I wonder if I should do this under block defaults. Seems pretty important. I wonder if this should go under special objects. However, at the same time, I feel like it should be in UI manager. So now interestingly, I think it's a little interesting that technically here, what we could actually, we already do have these functions. However, we now have to do is do UI for the we will now have to do is block defaults. This is a really long this UI script is really long, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't think it's my longest script, however, I think it is pretty long. Jeez, ugh. There we go. Now what we need to do is we'll have a public void, a default name, like so, and then here will be string the name. Now I think what I should let me look at block manager. Block, how do we translate these block defaults? So we actually, well, technically, I mean, where do we store these block defaults is what I'm trying to say. Where do we store these? I could make a block default script, however, that one is kind of useless, I'll be honest. Okay, that conversation made me mad, and I slammed my mouse, and now the scroll wheel is broken. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Captain Evan. Anyway. Okay, what was it? Okay, I need to somehow store the block default properties. And whenever we place a new block, we need to put, rather than doing this, we actually need to access defaults. So it's not your fault entirely. I need a new one anyway. Okay. So here we'll, I guess, I'm wondering where, yeah, I'm seriously wondering where am I going to put these default properties. I think that special objects honestly seems like the best place to put it, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't really belong there. Whatever, we'll put it there. Okay, so public string called the default name. Actually, I wonder these should be static. No, I won't put it static. So public vector 3, this one will be default rotation. Whatever. Okay, you know what? I'll also have a size for you. I'll also need to include size. I'll feel bad if I don't include it. So block defaults. We'll increase this just a bit, and we'll move the block ID down. So let's duplicate the color, and let's put it right there. This one will be, put it above. This one will be size. Now size was a, let me look at the drop down. Okay, yeah, there we go. So it was a drop down. So instead this one will be labeled with size. And size will decrease it a bit. And as for its, this one is not going to be an input field. It's actually going to be the size. And here we'll put it as a drop down. So just a simple drop down. And once again, we kind of just need to like stretch it along like that. And position wise, we kind of just need to put it like right there. I'll just stretch them out a bit, like right about there. Okay. Now we don't need 3 options. We only have normal and small. So default is normal, and this one is small. So yeah. We'll hook up all the functions later. So yeah. And next we'll have is a public. After rotation is public string called default hex. Then next we'll have a public, should this be an integer? Okay, wait, how was it read in the set new set? Okay, no, not here, UI manager. How is this? How do we store the size? Okay, if anything, I know how to string. This one is the default block ID, like so. Then this one will be public string default. Default size is, if anything, this is going to be even it. We'll keep it as an integer. Now on void start, I think we should, as for all the UI elements, maybe that should be done in this part. So in this string, yeah, we'll keep this here. Here we'll have a public game object. This one will be called block defaults. And here what we'll do is under start. Okay, let's get rid of this because we don't need that notify system. We don't need to test that anymore. Under block defaults, what we need to do is block default. Okay. Or we'll have a for loop because this is int I. Actually, no, we kind of just have to go through each of them. It would be a very useless thing to, yeah, okay, fine. Okay, yeah, I guess I can't really do anything about it. So block default alt 0 that get component of the this one will be an input field dot text is equal to special objects dot, oh no, we already have, so special dot default name. And we kind of have to do this for every single one. So here now we'll have is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is actually a very, let's go ahead and, no, wait. Okay. This one is, okay, this one's a little awkward because like, this block of text looks very terrible. This block of stuff to me looks really ugly, and I don't really want to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually just need, okay, we only need up to 4. Why not? We'll have public void set defaults. No, public void. Oh, whatever. No, this one will. Does it still work though? What do you mean? What do you mean by does it? What does still work? What are you asking? Special. Oh, default name. We'll set this to. Well, if anything, I'll set this one to this. Wait, no, this is. Oh, the ugly block. Of course, of course it does work. However, I mean, nice looking code is honestly very satisfying to look at. Anyway, right, we're going to actually technically need more than this. So this one will be the name. This one is X rotation. This one is X rotation. This one will be Y rotation and Z rotation. This one color. The next one will have to be size. And finally the this one will be what was it? Block ID. Okay, this one at the start, this is going to literally just equal to like 0. All these three are just going to be 0. Default name, actually, oh wait, no, the default name is going to be, this one's going to be cube. Default rotation is going to be equal to a new vector 3 no, this one's going to be vector 3.0. Default hex, we'll set that equal to f9, f9, f9. Default size will be set to 0. Default block ID, we'll set that to nothing. Okay. Now, okay, back to you. Actually, no, what we can do here is we can do here special dot default rotation, no, default, come on, default rotation, stop, default rotation dot x, do the same thing for u, but y, right, we need to do toString because these are not strings. And here, this one, once again, we need to do dot y, and finally to z, just like that. Now for size, it will be, this one is not going, this one's going to be a drop down, special dot, this is not going to be this will be special. It's not going to also be dot, this is going to be dot value, and this one will have to be special dot default size, and default name. Okay, we also need to make sure to change this to 5 and 6. Default, this one's going to be another input field. However, this will default block ID, color default hex. And yeah. This one looks good. I think I honestly should probably just have that as its own function. This one will be I guess we can have it as a public void default start. Default starts will be like this. And here under special objects, what we'll do is actually just make sure that everything is on the start. Default, so once again, we have to do default name. Actually here, we'll have a public, this one, I guess we can have a public void, and this one will be reset defaults. Reset defaults. And in here, we'll do, once again, technically we just need to copy paste this entire block of code here. So here we go, copy u, and we just need to get rid of this, as well as default rotation is equal to this, go like this, and like that. Everything fixed. Now, with that, we always want to make sure to reset to defaults. Then we go to UI manager dot script dot default start. Come on, default, not default name, default start. This one should be set default name, like so. Yeah, now we can close that out. And with set default name, basically all we need to do is, once again, this one's pretty easy. We need to do special. Hold on, I actually want to copy paste something here because we want to do this. We want to copy this guy, put it here. No, this one will not be the case. This one is, we can, might as well, we call it new name. Here we want to copy that. However, we don't need the current focus because that is not what we're going to be doing. Anyway, next what we need to do is default start is not, actually no, I think this one should be default update. There we go. because now we can, whenever we call, I could use delegates for this. However, I kind of don't want to. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy to get into delegates. And this one will be default update. Actually, whenever we do that, could I use delegates? I actually really don't know how to. Actually, I wonder if I should try. I wonder if I should try it because technically, nah, I'm lazy. Okay. Okay, then here we'll do UI manager dot script dot block defaults. Block default update. There we go. So yeah, there we go. With that, we can now go to UI manager. Then again, we always need to do default update like so. What are delegates? It's basically like it's basically assigning a function that will always play whenever you tell a function to do something. Okay. I don't think I explained that very well. Okay. It's basically like a delegate, you can say, is basically where you have functions assigned to a delegate, and whenever you call one of the functions in that delegate, I believe it should call all the other functions that are inside the delegate. I think I don't really know. I don't think I'm explaining that very well. I haven't really touched upon delegates, and I don't really understand them very well. But basically, from what I know, delegates, they just kind of call a lot of other functions. They basically, when you call one function, it calls a bunch of other functions assigned to it. Okay, you kind of treat, yeah, I'm not going to deal with it. Anyway, so special object, special dot default name is set equal to new name. Come on, new name. And then here, this one, so now we can deal with that. Then we have public void, and then set default rotation. Actually, no, this will set default rotation X because we have different ones. And we'll have us take a string. This will be new rot. Once again, we kind of need to do default update is at the end of every single one of these. So default update. And here, what we need to do is check if utility, we'll do dot utility dot string is float. This is my function. Check string is float is equal to false. We want to return, so new rot equal to false, and we want to, well, I kind of already have this here, so let me just copy this. So here we'll just, yeah, go ahead, paste it, and let's check. Let's just replace. Can we do this? Dang it. So here, new rot, pass in new rot, and again, new rot. With that, we can now say that since we're only setting the default X, what we need to do is not public void, no. We do is special dot default rotation. I could do it like this and set it equal to new utility dot string to of new rot. However, this will make it very annoying to copy and paste. Well, okay, I'm just thinking a bit, because if oh gosh. Okay, dropping frames. Okay, we're dropping frames. Video output is low. That doesn't sound good. Come on. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Okay, what? YouTube is not, okay, to maintain stuff. Come on, work with me. I don't know, are you dropping frames? Okay, I kind of might just have to continue with this, but if anything, it will be like this. But at the same time, I think that would be a problem. So you know what? We'll just keep it like this. And then we could just copy paste this for the rest of the x, y, and z. So now we have to do this for the y. And once again, put in y. Geez, that video output low is not actually looking very great. Anyway, copy paste that again for z and like that. .z. Let's go ahead and close this all out so that it all looks a bit neater. Just, yeah. Yeah, now what we'll do is for the public void set default, I believe, let me check, set default of the color, set default text, why not? And this one will be, we'll take in a string new hex, and we want to check if, what am I doing? These functions where I do this, we kind of just need to do, we don't need the first one, we just need this one. And what we'll do is copy paste that, and instead of being that, we'll do new hex again, and new hex. Then here, what we need to do again, once default update. Okay, yeah, this just basically updates all of the things. I swear you said come on 200 times since I started watching this stream. Yeah, I say it a lot. So here, next to, okay, special, we do special default hex is equal to new hex. Yeah, that's that. Then next is the size. So public void set default size. And here we pass in the int. This is going to be set size, or why not, new size. I don't think I really need to check if this, I don't really think I should check if, yeah, there's nothing really I need to check with. Wait, hold on. Set new size. Oh, okay. This one is going to be simple. New size. Oh, geez. We pass in new size and, no, not that. We do a special dot set a default size. This is an integer, right? Yep, it is. And come on, new size. There we go again. I said come on again. Default update. So then next is I think the last one is the block ID. So set block ID. Now, honestly, I can't validate if a block ID is in Minecraft is exactly what you say it to be, because I honestly would have to make a string array of every single block ID to be ordered to check if the block ID actually exists, and honestly that is not fun. So I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave that up to this. So new block ID, and here, well, we can't really. I'm not really going to test anything. However, if I think I have a utility function that could check if there are numbers, because I don't believe that there are any block IDs with numbers in them. I believe that's unknown characters and oh gosh, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Okay, I'll just do it like this. A default update. Then we do special, not string, special dot default, where is it? Default block ID set equal to new block ID. Okay, with that, now what we need to do is whenever we place a block, we need to set we now need to set these defaults to the block. So let's have it, I think we should have that as a function. Yeah, we'll keep it as a function. over here, and here we'll do public void set defaults. And here we'll take in we'll just take in a game object, and this one will be we'll call it block. Technically, all we need to do is do this set new name. We basically already have all the functions we need to use because they're just right here, which is lucky for us. So actually, because these are also called block, I'm going to call this the block because I don't want to make myself confused with when I'm inputting block versus this block and so on. So yeah, what we'll do here is set new name. Then we pass in the string, which is the set name, and what we do is special objects.script. And you know what? We're going to be using special objects.script, so I'll do special objects, and this will be, we'll use special, and this is equal to special objects.script. So we pass in special dot default name, then we pass in the block, yeah. And we do set new position, and this, oh wait, we don't need to do set new position because that is not one of our defaults. That depends on where you place the block. So set, here we'll have set new, hold on, vector3, that's set size. Okay, that one we'll have to do an if statement for that. So set new rotation will be special dot, oh, it takes in a vector3, so that's good. So special dot default rotation, then we'd pass in the block dot transform. So transform set new rotation. Okay, there you go. Perfect. Next is set new, where is it? Set new color. Yeah, set new color. Pass in again. Oh, we have to use a utility. We have to use utility dot hex to color, which outputs a color. So then we pass in special dot what was it? Default color, default hex, I mean, default hex. Then once again, we'd pass in the block. Now, just once again, we're just following all these. Set new, wait, next is size. So we have to do an if statement. If special dot default size is equal to 0, this is the normal size. So basically, we pass in vector a public, we do, oh no, not public voice, we do set new, where is it? Set new size, there we go. And vector3 dot 1. There we go, vector3 dot 1. And then we pass in the block dot transform. Otherwise, we have to check, we do else, it's either should be 1 or 0, but I guess you can never be too careful if, actually no, you know what, we'll just have it as else because you never know. We have to kind of copy, we're going to copy paste this guy. However, instead of being vector3.1, we multiply this with 0.7f because that's the difference between a small and large a small and normal armor stand size. It's the exact difference in the size. So yeah. So now what we need to do is set new ID, and this one will take the special dot default block ID, and this will pass in, of course, the block. Now, hopefully, with all this coding, hopefully all these are going to work. But first, we need to call this somewhere, and the best place is probably for here. Now, when I'm looking here, I'm probably thinking that check duplicate name. Okay. I think what we need to do is, rather than, we don't need this line, we don't need these lines anymore. So I'm just trying to see to make sure of some stuff. Because I believe that if I'm not wrong, the set new name already has check duplicate names. There it is. It already has that in there. So all we need to do is call set defaults. So set defaults, come on, set defaults. And then we pass in new block because that is this one. So then this one, we'll just put a comment here, sets the defaults up to new block. There we go. And with that, hopefully now we now kind of have to go back to Unity and set up all of these input fields. So I believe we just need to access the UI, Mr. UI over there. So default name is it's this one. So we need to now go to on end. We have UI, then we pass in UI manager and set default name. We have to do this now for every single input field just because, and we also need to make sure that we set up in UI man for the array, where is it? The array of block defaults, we also need to do that. Okay. But first I'll set up these. Yeah, so let's search scene. This will be UI. Nope, not that. UI manager. This is going to be set default rotation X. Next is for the Y. Pass in UI once again. It's going to be a little bit of a pass in UI. No function, but we'll change that to set default rotation Y. Again, for Z, same thing. We do scene UI UI manager, set default rotation Z. Okay. Now we're done with rotation. What we now need is the drop down for the size. Oh, I went over one, but okay. We'll go back to it in a second. Just then here will be UI manager set default dynamic int set default size. Here we go. Then we go back to color. We'll once again, as always, UI. No function, change it to set default hex. And finally, the block ID, do the same exact thing as we've been doing for all the other input fields. And this one will be set default block ID. Set block ID? Wait, no. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, I called it set block ID. Let's change it to set default block ID. Okay, let's fix that. Now let's go set default block ID. There we go. And with that, we now have to put everything into block defaults. We have a huge list of this. However, I believe let me count. Oh no, let me not count it. Let me just go over here. Default okay, it's in default update. Where is it? Here, our default update. 7. Okay, we need a list of we need to make that array with a size of 7. There we go. Then we have to get all these input fields. Yay. One by one. And just so we know, we'll go ahead and lock it so that we don't accidentally go to something else. So the first one is default name, which is the input field. I believe that is it is. Yep, it is. Making sure. Then default X rotation, default Y rotation, then again for the Z. Now for color, default color, then not that. This one will be the drop, oh, it's just going to be drop down. Oh no, we'll change it to default size, Excuse me, anyway. Default size, and last but not least, default block ID. And with that, I believe if we were to play, let me go ahead and check null reference. Okay. 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 Turns out there appears to be a bit of a problem. default name. But what is null? Block defaults? Block defaults shouldn't be. This one is the input field, right? Yeah, this is the input field, so it should not be null. We also have this. Oh, okay, I think we need to change the ordering of this. Okay, we want to, before we add it to the dictionary, okay, what we need to do first is we need to do this first before everything. Then we do set the defaults, and finally we add it to the dictionary. So that one is easy to solve. But for this one, I wonder why. This is an input field, right? This should be an input field. Yeah, it's an input field. Text, yeah. So what's the problem? Did I forget to save? No, I did not. Main camera. Default name is actually set to cube. Default rotation, default hex F or 9F, 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 0 block ID. Keep it like that. I wonder why. Let me see. Still null. But what is null? Block defaults. I put it in, right? I'm pretty sure I did. So here, block defaults. Default name, and default name is an input field. So what's null? Wait a second. Wait a second. Special. It might be special. Yup, that is the reason why. Okay. That makes things really awkward. You know what? We'll have a different case for you. We'll just do it like this. Just for no, never mind. We'll just do simulate. We'll just do it the old way. Special objects.script, because of the way that this is done. Because yeah, the ordering of script execution, it was not optimized for this case. So we now just have to do it like this, and it's not that bad. All you just need to do is make it a little bit longer. Special objects.script. Come on. Special. Okay, there we go. Special objects. There we go. And with that, we can say that this hopefully now works. Okay. And now it's not doing the now we're having problems with the block manager. So set new name should have set wait a second. What? We have to, okay, we called new block, and now what it's saying is that there's already a block named cube in it. However, this can't be executed twice. Blocks parent, okay, the block manager. Let's see. The blocks.add new block.name new block. Okay. Then we have the set defaults. However, set defaults needs to still goes through all of these functions. It still goes through every one of these functions, and when we do when we do set new name, we pass in special name, and this is not null, so yeah, that's good to know. So we pass here is first cube, and the first cube is name is going to have to be cube, obviously, in this case. And we have to go through set new name. Oh, did my mouse just die? I think my mouse just died. Hold on a second. Okay, we don't. Okay, I need to get a battery. Okay, new battery for my mouse coming right up. Jeez.